longest postseason drought of any U.S. professional sports team. For the first time at Golden One Center, the Kings are not only playing, but hosting the first round of the NBA playoffs. But who will they play? And what is the reaction this morning as the reality for Kings fans finally starts to sink in? We're joined by iHeart Sports anchor Bill Miranda. It's been said maybe the Golden State Warriors would be their opponent in the first round. What do you think?
Christina, it would be Golden State if the season ended today. However, with 5 games to go, there are just 2 games in the loss column separating 6 through 10. So with Golden State, we know how pernicious to the opposition Curry, Thompson, and Green can be in the playoffs. New Orleans won in Denver last night. The Nuggets without Jokic. However, Brandon Ingram, C.J. McCollum, and Zion Williamson may be coming back. That is a tough triumph. And don't forget Minnesota, who the Kings lost to in a second of the back-to-back to the T-Wolves on Monday night. We talked about that Tuesday morning. That was without Karl Anthony Towns, but now they have lost one of their bigs, Naz Reid, has a broken left wrist. He's out. So I'm thinking maybe Minnesota's the best matchup for the Kings, but it could go down to the wire here before we know exactly who the Kings are going to play at the 3 slot.
Bill, speaking of Minnesota, Christina just found an article that's crossing right now. There's a player for the Minnesota Timberwolves who is very concerned about the quality of NBA officiating. We've talked about it on our program. I've said on the air, and I'll stand by it. I think the worst officiating in all pro sports is in the NBA.
Yeah, this Rudy Gobert said, it's hard for me to think that they didn't try to have the Warriors win the other night or the Sacramento Kings the other night. It's just so obvious as a basketball player. Does this kind of criticism impact the NBA at all, or do they just kind of shrug it off?
They're planting the seed for the next call. Listen, officiating is one of the toughest jobs in the league. You've got, 450 of the best athletes in the country. My advice here is this. Officiating is like the weather. When it's hot, you wear your shorts. When it's chilly, you wear a sweater. So you've got to adjust to how the game is officiated, and you've got to live with it. That's the reality of this. But listen, everyone is going to negotiate, plant seeds, of course, the next fall. That's life in the NBA. You just got to get over it. There are bigger things to worry about than negotiating, that's for sure.
So you think the best matchup would be for the Kings, the Minnesota Timberwolves, as opposed to the Golden State Warriors, even though I think the Timberwolves have had a lot of success against the Kings?
They have, but the playoffs are a completely different animal. And you're looking at, and people would say, well, listen, Bill, the Warriors are 9-29 and a bad road record. But again, that's the regular season. And I think this Naz Reid is is emerged as a terrific big. Over his last 6 games, he was averaging 19 points, 5 rebounds, and shooting 46% from 3. Now, he's out. So, listen, no one wants to face the Kings, but I don't think any of these matchups are ideal for Sacramento either. Listen, the Kings have the best offense in the league, but their defense is suspect. So then you have to think about it in the playoffs. Ball pressure. Can you force turnovers? Can you protect the paint? Can you protect the rim? And the cardinal rule of the NBA playoffs, according to QB Brown, can you control your defensive board? Those are major questions for the Kings, regardless of who they play. And then offensively, they're simulated. But of course, that Utah zone against Sacramento recently was problematic. So sometimes Jeff Van Gundy says it's not so much about who you're playing, although matchups are paramount, so it's contradictory. But a lot of times it's about how you're playing. So I think for the Kings, it's going to be paramount to really shore up their defense, regardless of who their first round opponent is.
All right. Thank you so much, iHeart Sports anchor Bill Miranda. We appreciate it. And it was nice to hear him say no one wants to face the Kings. And that was nice.
That's a great thing to hear. 8:20 is the time out of the Roseville Chicken Point.
This report sponsored by Leinster.com. Looking at that drive coming in from Roseville on westbound 89 minutes all the way down towards the split. No delays westbound Cap City Freeway split to downtown at 9 minutes. If you're driving up from Elk Grove using northbound 5, you're going to see a 13-minute ride into the Sacramento area. Northbound 99, a 10-minute drive from Elk Grove to downtown. So far, smooth sailing westbound 50 also into Sacramento for 19 minutes. The drive down from Woodland on southbound 5 will take you 16 minutes to get into town. And so far on eastbound 80 on the Yellow Causeway, been looking good for most of the morning, only 16 minutes into the Sacramento area. Since 2010, Meister sold millions of custom line chains and shutters to satisfy customers across the country with 20,000 5-star reviews and an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. Custom blinds at low prices and free shipping, Meister.com. Traffic on the 10s every 10 minutes, mornings and afternoons. We're in the middle of KBK News Radio, 93.1 FM, 1530 AM.
This portion of the KFBK Morning News brought to you by Northwest Exteriors.
A cool day today and tomorrow with some sunshine through the clouds. Highs 61 to 65, 62 to 66 tomorrow. And then we're going to see clouds increase on Sunday, leading to showers in the afternoon. I'm AccuWeather's meteorologist Jeff Cardine on KFBK, Sacramento News Radio.
Currently, we have 45 degrees in Sacramento.
Along with Christina Medunza, I'm Sam Shea. We head off to Kelly Brothers. He's at Cap Trust for us this morning with business news. Take it away, sir. What's on your mind?
Thank you so much. Key inflation gauge out today was up, but it was up less than expected, so that is seen as good news. They'll have to consider all of this as they try to figure out, all right, are we breaking something here in the process? We will see. We're also wrapping up the first quarter of the year, and it's going to turn out to have been a good quarter. The Dow is going to be flat, and it may make slightly positive. We'll have to wait and see, but the S&P probably end up 5 to 6% higher for the quarter. The NASDAQ is going to be up a lot. NASDAQ, to be exact, probably around 15% for the first 3 months of this year, as tech companies have really bounced off the lows of late last year. Also, we have Tillman Fertitta. He's a millionaire owner of the Houston Rockets, and it looks like he has purchased the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino at State Line, Nevada. He will be rebranding it as a Golden Nugget. Let's check the real-time numbers this morning. Dow up 237, 33,096. NASDAQ up 120. The S&P up 33 points, or about 0.8%. Gold down 3. Oil's up slightly. 10-year bond yield 3.52%.
Kelly, thank you very much. Fresh new audio for you now in the 8 o'clock hour. Senator Josh Hawley, Republican, Missouri, says the indictment of former President Trump is, in his words, pure power play by Democrats. Here's what he told Fox News.
So this is about power, and it's a demonstration of raw power. I think the Democrats know this has nothing to do with the law. They're sending a message, and the message is they will use any power that they have to interfere in the next presidential election. They will not willingly allow Donald Trump to run for president. They will not willingly lose the next election. They're going to use every means at their disposal. Jesse, these are the same people who have sent SWAT teams to pro-life activists, who use the FBI against parents at school board meetings. They will do anything, use any kind of power to try and hold on to their own privileges, their own positions, and we're seeing that tonight. This is just unprecedented in American history, and the only way out now is to win.
To win. You get the sense that Republicans are, number one, galvanizing, number two, just sort of taking on this rather, from a political standpoint, scorched earth approach.
Yeah, I mean, definitely a certain segment of Republicans are, and a lot of their constituencies are saying, it's time to get tough.
Yeah.
But, there are others that maybe are secretly glad this happened.
Well, maybe. I mean, maybe his poll numbers go up.
Yeah.
Who knows? I mean,
Who knows?
look what happened after the story first broke a week and a half ago. His numbers shut straight up.
Right. So the Washington Examiner has a story out this morning and talking about all of the prosecutors in office currently that are linked to left-wing billionaire George Soros.
How many?
70.
70 DAs.
70. So, and we bring this up because the Florida Governor Ron DeSantis accused Alvin Bragg of being a George Soros supported, and he was criticized as being anti-Semitic for bringing up Soros's name, which is curious to me.
Yeah.
Because I think,
I mean,
we're talking
factually,
about his politics, not his religion. But
factually, I think Soros didn't you indicate, like, within the last 25 minutes that he gave $1 million?
He gave $1 million.
Manhattan DA.
Yeah, to a Bragg-supported PAC.
Okay.
He gave $1 million, and then both of his children also donated to Alvin Bragg. But I mean, Alvin Bragg's not the only person he gave to, most certainly. So this report from the Washington Examiner shows 70 different prosecutors around the country where he made heavy donations to. This is according to the Law Enforcement Legal Defense Fund, and there are 12 that he also supported that have left office.
The indictment of former President Trump unquestionably is the top story this morning. We'll continue to cover that for you in other news straight ahead.
For all the news you missed during the day, plus traffic every 10 minutes, you should carpool with Kitty.
The KFBK Afternoon News with Kitty O'Neill on KFBK, Sacramento's News Radio, 93.1 FM, 1530 AM.
If you have an IRA or 401k, please listen closely. My name is Jason Hanson. I'm a former CIA officer and New best-selling author. Throughout my career, let's just say I've been in some hairy situations. And I believe right now, the biggest threat facing Americans is they need to protect their wealth, which is exactly what I'm doing for my wife and 6 kids. And I believe the ultimate safe haven is physical gold and silver. You can protect your hard-earned retirement assets with a tax-free loophole that allows you to convert your retirement into physical gold and silver. The folks I use are Advantage Gold, and believe me, I've investigated the heck out of all types of people. Advantage Gold is the nation's highest-rated gold company. They have the best process, pricing, and service. If you want to get your free gold and silver investment kit, please contact Advantage Gold right now, and you'll see how easy it is to protect yourself with precious metals. Call 800-900-8000. That's 800-900-8000. 800-900-8000.
Advantage Gold is not an investment advisor or a tax advisor. Consult your financial advisor before investing.
Call 800-900-8000.
Hi guys, it's Mark with Coastside Medical Clinic. Are you struggling with erectile dysfunction and sick of the pills? Well, we have a major medical advancement that has helped thousands of men. Our wave technology is backed by 60 clinical studies, including from Cambridge University. It's been shown to increase blood flow by repairing blood vessels. No pills and no side effects. If you're ready to put a stop to your ED, call us now. And not only will the assessment and blood flow ultrasound be free, but will also include something unique that produces powerful results in the bedroom. You're going to love that one, guys. Trust me. This unprecedented offer is worth $600, but it's free to those who call in the next 2 minutes. Call 916-603-2000. That's 916-603-2000. Guys, put a stop to your erectile dysfunction and get your life back. Call Coastside Medical Clinic now to qualify. 916-603-2000.
Individual rates, coverage, offerings, and savings may vary, subject to terms and conditions, not available in all areas. If you're a small business owner, listen up. Pi Insurance wants to give you one of those aha moments, the kind that could save you money. Workers' comp is probably one of the biggest costs you face. But did you know that insurance providers have flexibility in setting their prices? That's right, but many don't bother giving small businesses the savings you deserve. Instead, you can get lumped in with other businesses and overcharged. Pi Insurance was created to change that. With Pi, you get a quote tailored specifically to your business, and you could save up to 30% with no hassle and no hidden fees. Plus, when you sign up for pay-as-you-go billing, your premium is based on your actual payroll, not an estimate. So your workers' comp audit experience is simplified. Take 3 minutes to see how much you could save with Pi Insurance. Ask your agent for Pi or go to trypi.com. That's TRYPIE.com.
Never before have we seen a former president to be criminally indicted in the United States.
KFBK News Radio.
With continuing coverage of the indictment of former President Trump.
Your latest news, traffic, and weather.
KFBK, Sacramento's News Radio. 93.1 FM, 1530 AM. And everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
It's 8:30 on this Friday morning. Thanks for being here. I'm Sam Shane.
I'm Christina Mendonça. A sealed indictment and arraignment expected next week. More reaction to the indictment of former President Trump.
Also in the news this morning, police in New York on high alert on the heels of former President Trump's indictment.
And Pope Francis expected to be released from the hospital tomorrow. Let's get outside and check traffic now with Dwight.
This report sponsored by Blindster.com. If you're heading up towards the mountains to take advantage of the dry weather, right now, roads are clear on both 80 and 50 with no chain requirements. Blindster.com sells custom blinds designed for do-it-yourselfers. Unlike stock blinds offered at big box retailers, Blindster blinds are custom made for your windows and shipping is free. Don't hire an expensive pro, do it yourself and save big at Blindster.com. Traffic on the 10s every 10 minutes, mornings and afternoons. Roy in the Middle, KFBK News Radio, 93.1 FM, 1530 AM.
Definitely a cooler trend, but dry for the first 48 under partly cloudy to partly sunny skies. Highs 61 to 65, 62 to 66 tomorrow, and then back down 61, 65 Sunday with some showers. I'm AccuWeather's meteorologist Jeff Nordine on KFBK, Sacramento's News Radio.
Currently 25 degrees in Truckee, 48 degrees in Yuba City.
For the first time in American history, a former president of the United States has been indicted. CBS's Tom Foti has more on the charges facing former President Trump.
New York attorney for Donald Trump told CBS News overnight that Trump's legal team expects Trump to surrender to authorities in New York likely next Tuesday. This after discussions with the Manhattan District Attorney's Office until late Thursday night, hours after the announcement of Trump's indictment in a hush money handling and accounting case.
The indictment is sealed. Right now, the indictment will be unsealed potentially next Tuesday when Trump is expected to turn himself in.
One of former President Trump's lawyers is calling his indictment legally pathetic. Here's Alina Habba, who told Fox News that Trump believes this indictment is the result of him doing well in the polls.
Just knowing the facts as I know them, based on comments to the press by people like Michael Cohen, who they're wrestling their case on, I think his sentiments are that this is a result of him leading in the polls, doing incredibly well.
She also says that Trump is used to being on the receiving end of attacks.
When people are afraid of someone being successful and fixing the mess that our country is, they come after you. So this is the same thing that President Trump has been dealing with for years.
Police in New York City on high alert on the heels of former President Trump's indictment. ABC's Morgan Norwood reports from Lower Manhattan.
The NYPD out in full force today with all officers ordered to report for duty in uniform at 7 a.m., preparing for potential unrest. Trump called for protests after claiming he was going to be arrested last week. That call to action fell flat, with only a handful of demonstrators turning up at the Manhattan courthouse. And while officials say there are no credible concerns right now, the biggest concern is next week. During Trump's surrender, he'll be joined by Secret Service agents and could be fingerprinted and photographed, but he's unlikely to be handcuffed given the nature of the alleged crimes.
As ABC's Morgan Norwood reporting.
A large number of reporters, along with stepped-up security, expected outside the criminal court building in Lower Manhattan, where former President Trump is expected to be arraigned next week. Reaction now from people who live or work near that court building.
It's just scary that he's going to come here. There's going to be protests and then possibly violence.
I couldn't care less about him. I'm just going to go to work. Too much Trump. I just want to get on with my life.
Again, Trump is expected to be arraigned next Tuesday afternoon.
We'll continue our coverage of the Trump indictment all throughout the program this morning. Now to other stories. Pope Francis expected to leave the hospital on Saturday. More from KFBK's Michael Kessner.
The Vatican said the 86-year-old Pope is expected to be discharged on Saturday after he was taken to the hospital on Wednesday for treatment of a respiratory infection. The Vatican spokesperson said Francis will participate in a Palm Sunday Mass at St. Peter's Square. Michael Kastner, KFBK, Sacramento's News Radio.
Time now for your other top global and national stories on KFBK News Radio, live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
Now that a grand jury has voted to indict former President Trump, preparations are underway for his arraignment in New York City. The Manhattan grand jury was hearing evidence related to hush money payments made to adult film actress Stormy Daniels during Trump's 2016 presidential campaign. ABC's Aaron Katersky is at the courthouse in Lower Manhattan, where Trump is expected to face charges as early as next week.
It's all going to be highly choreographed. The only thing we know for certain is that the former president will appear in a courtroom at this building behind me to enter a plea, likely of not guilty. And at that point, we'll know the charges. The indictment will be unsealed. Whether the former president has to go through all the formalities of processing, like fingerprinting and the taking of a mugshot, we're not sure. His attorney, though, says he will not be handcuffed when he appears here like other criminal defendants are.
Trump is the first former president to face criminal charges. He has called the indictment political persecution. I'm Michelle Franz in ABC. Fiesta Day is coming up. It's news from your neighborhood.
Tomorrow, you can catch them. KFBK Weekend Live.
KFBK Outdoor Show.
You will catch fish, and maybe a big one.
Tomorrow morning.
Bob Sims KFBK.
From 5 to 8.
On KFBK News Radio, 93.1 FM, 1530 AM.
I'm Martin Hope, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, that Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Josh, quote, "After walking around my whole life being a mouth breather, I was excited to try Navage. I read the directions carefully, pressed the button, and oh my gosh, what a sensation. So much mucus, so much crud, but oh sweet, merciful air, I can finally breathe you through my nose. Never have I ever taken such an amazing breath in my life. This is a life changer," unquote. He's one of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, Navage, clean nose, healthy life.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Staples Stores.
The Kings play 4 of their final 6 games on the road, including tonight's game against the Blazers. They